name is Patel. I'm CEO and co-founder of BrightInsight. We're the provider of the leading regulated Internet of Things platform for biopharma and medtech. This is our third annual BrightInsight panel here at JP Morgan, and it's awesome to see a fully packed house once again.
We tend to think about diseases in the biopharmaceutical spaces as a disease problem versus a patient problem. And I think digital transformation will allow us to think more personalized, to actually bring a potential medicine or solution to a disease to the person rather than to the class of people.
Sara, we know biopharma is spending about $90 billion a year on R&D, 20% of sales. From that VC perspective, what do you see as the right mix between the digital health and the R&D spend?
The primary place that I see digital coming to the forefront for our companies, which are for the most part clinical stage or even preclinical, sometimes very early preclinical, is in trying to find better endpoints, clinical endpoints. So we work a lot in the rare disease space, and in a lot of those diseases there's not often an established regulatory endpoint. Sometimes people have to look at composite endpoints, different facets of the disease. So wearables in particular or other technologies can be helpful for both establishing a drug's utility early on and maybe even for clinical endpoints.
You know, look, I think there's so much power here that if we get it right, and I think that's what BrightInsight's doing, if we get this right, the impact this could have on our ability to transform healthcare and how we approach healthcare and solve real problems for patients in a more efficient, cost-effective way is going to be meaningfully impacted.
So when you think about building digital solutions, ultimately you need to recognize that you don't want to build a silo of just your solution for your company, but you need to be able to enable them to access the digital insights, the recommendations, etc., that work across their variety of therapies. I've never met an industry that tries harder to learn less about their patients, about their customers.